Well, new developments today in the case of 4 Walmart employees who sprang to action after an armed shoplifter pulled out a gun. They disarmed the man and held him until police were able to get there to arrest him. But instead of getting a reward or a raise or even praise, they were fired. Walmart says they violated company policy and put shoppers and other workers in danger. Joining me now, Sean Ray, one of the workers who stopped the gunman and lost his job because of it. Sean, thank you very much for being here. All right, so you are doing your job one day, asset protection, which is what you do. You got a shoplifter who I want our viewers to know turns out to be a convicted felon who had multiple warrants out for his arrest. As far as you know, though, the guy's just shoplifting that day. And what happens?
Well, we stopped him for taking a laptop and got him in our office off the sales floor in a secure area. And he surrendered all the merchandise and then backed up and said, I'm leaving. And we told him, no, just calm down. He says, I have something I've got to get rid of, assuming we all assumed it was drugs. Just asked him, please put it on the counter. It's all right, not a big deal. He reached in the small of his back, pulled out a handgun, held it down to his side, and cocked the hammer back, pointed at us, and charged into the 3 of us by the door.
Oh, my Lord. So you guys fought back. The 4 of you fought back and managed to disarm him?
Well, we all threw our hands up, of course, the shock and fear of the weapon that was produced. And then when he came at us, we all got backed up against the door, and he struggled his way through us, got behind my assistant manager, Gabriel Stewart, and had his hand on his shoulder and the gun in the small of his back, and just turned around, and instead of making exit, his back was against the door. He turned and started making threats towards us, saying, don't make me do this, waving the gun around. So I grabbed his wrist and grabbed his shoulder and yanked him out from behind Gabe, and Justin Richens, another one of the asset protection officers, grabbed his right arm, the gun arm, and we spun around in a couple circles, put him up against the wall, and our asset protection coordinator, Lori Polson, reached in and grabbed the handgun and ripped it out of his hands and went back and put it in a drawer in the back of the office.
Sean, did you feel your life was in danger?
Absolutely.
Did you feel the lives of customers in the store may potentially be in danger?
Oh, yeah. It happened just before 5 o'clock, and we have a huge rush at 5 o'clock. There's hundreds of people that come in and out of the front doors, and our office is located just inside the front doors. Had he made it out the door with a loaded gun, I mean, hundreds of people standing there in the way that could have been shot. We have a great public at that store. Anybody who sees us watching somebody run or anybody run out of our office, there's a lot of airmen in this area. They'll drop their bags and their merchandise and take off across the parking lot chasing them, and they'll tackle them and hold them for the police. So by us stopping him made it so that nobody else could pursue after him and potentially get shot.
Well, I know the police came and told you that you guys had done everything right and this guy was apprehended. And then you get a call from your supervisor or some Walmart corporate exec who tells you you're fired?
Well, they put us on a week suspension without pay. Didn't tell us what was going on, just that all of us, we couldn't talk to each other. A few days later, they called us in and interrogated us in a room and kept accusing us of lying, saying we only want the truth, we only want to know what really happened, and then sent again for another couple days off. Then they called us in and terminated all 4 of us.
They say you violated company policy, which allows you to use reasonable force to limit movements of a suspect, but if a weapon comes out, you have to disengage and withdraw. Was that possible?
Not really. And in the statement, in the policy, it also says that our #1 priority is to protect ourselves, our customers, and the suspect. And there was no way to withdraw. It happened within 20 seconds of us walking in the office. The gun was produced. We didn't even have enough. We barely closed the door. Didn't have enough time to sit down before he rushed at us. We were between him and the door originally, and by the time he got to the door, all he had to do was open it and leave. That would just require him to have let go of the gun and open the door. Instead, he held on to Gabe and kept making threats back and toward the office and refused to leave.
Sean,
and that's when we took action.
We're coming up in about 45 seconds on a hard break, so I need a quick answer. They're standing by their actions. You're out of a job. What do you want to say to Walmart now?
I think that the hands-on policy, normally, under normal circumstances, is a good policy, and we've always abided by it, but each thing needs to be taken, every time needs to be looked at as an individual instance, and this one was one that I don't feel would have violated the policy. We protected ourselves, the suspect, and the customers.
No one was hurt. The guy got arrested. No one was hurt. I think a lot of our viewers think you are a hero, sir, and are glad you did what you did. I hope you find a new job. All the best to you.
Well, thank you.